Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, this hurricane has totally lasted us from 1 week to another. I wonder how many weeks it's going to last us.
It's a great hurricane.
Yeah. As you can tell, all of our episodes of Retro Reviews are pre-recorded. There is no live studio audience. We have to entertain ourselves. So, welcome to Retro Reviews, a review show where we go through my copious amounts of Dungeons & Dragons and other role-playing game books, and Laura helps to keep me from rambling.
Hey everybody! To help me with that task, I've got a list of questions that I'm going to go through. So question 1, what are we reviewing tonight?
The Encyclopedia Magicas for Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. This will be, until I finally get the 4th volume and complete the set, we're done with AD&D books. But sadly, I only have issues 1 through 3 of this.
So we're on lookout for number 4.
We're on lookout for it's like $80 to $100 on Amazon.
Oh wow.
It's out of print and very high in demand, which, yeah. So,
You want to give us a synopsis of these books?
alright. So, Dungeons & Dragons, especially Dragon Magazine, produce a lot of magical items over the years. Like, almost every book that came out had a new magical item. The Encyclopedia Magica was an attempt to basically take every single magical item in the game that was referenced not only in the Dungeon Master's Guide, but in some of the other source books, adventure books, magazine issues. Every magical item up to the point of these getting published that had been created for the game were in these books. So it's a compendium of magical items and a inspiration for all sorts of toys to be able to use in games.
Yeah, that's neat. Where did you get those 3?
One of these I got from a friend of mine, and the other 2 the first 2 I got from that 3 a.m. Hey, want to buy some D&D books?
Cool. What do you like about these books?
Alright. I kind of already glossed over the fact that I love that it is a compendium full of magical toys. I want to talk about two in particular that are my favorite magical items in all of D&D, and the only way I found out about them was they're in these books.
Okay.
The first one is the Needle of Lively Tattoos. It is a magical tattoo needle that when you get tattooed with it or tattoo somebody with it, the tattoo actually moves like an illusion spell.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you get like a tattoo of a bird, it actually flaps its wings. It goes through. You know, you can have that tattoo of the dragon that's moving across someone's body and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's done with that tattoo needle. It's a great. You know, it's not going to win you combats, but it's one of those kind of things of like, oh, I'm playing an artist character. Oh, this would be totally the cool magic item that I can start designing. That totally spoke to the artist in me of like, that's an amazing magical item. The other one, I actually went out and built a miniature for. It's in my miniature collection. When we go through and you go through and rate all my minis at one point, like we've been talking about, we'll see it.
Future.
It's called the Arkham's Refreshment Simulacrum.
Okay.
It's an evil Coke machine.
An evil Coke machine?
Mm-hmm. It is an evil Coke machine that will spit out like horrible tasting drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And it will fire them as projectile weapons. So it is the evil, alien possessed Coke machine from the movie Maximum Overdrive, which I know you haven't seen.
This is true.
My personal favorite of all the Stephen King books turned into movies, Maximum Overdrive. When that Coke machine hits the guy in the nuts, makes him drop to his knees, and then kills him by shooting a Coke can into his head, that's an Arkham's Refreshment simulacrum. I actually, in the Bob's Bar, Josh Sennett's bar that's in my D&D world, we actually have one of those that's underneath of the stairs. And if you find a guild coin from any of the guilds on my world, and you put a guild coin into it, it actually gives you like a Jolt Cola, which is my own version of a magical, like, basically you drink that and you get a full 8 hours rest, all your spells come back, you get all your hit points, you're like, I'm ready to go for round 2. So it's a cool little thing. I like to have that Easter egg, so when everybody finds like one of those guild coins, it's like, you can cash it in with that guild for a favor, or if you can find an Arkham's Refreshment simulacrum, you can get a Jolt. So
That's funny.
yeah, the Arkham's Refreshment simulacrum, and it's actually kind of funny because it's in the book. It had like the suggested like arcane markings that's on it. It's a Pepsi machine. So
That's great. So, is there something that you didn't like so much about these 3?
I don't like that I don't have issue number 4 because they're all alphabetical order. So I have the very first listed magical item in the book is this enchanted enchantments. Abacus of calculation. So a magical calculator. I have the magical calculator all the way through to the thesis on conventional
Ruptures.
which is a spell book. So
Basically have like A to TH.
well, no, that's I have A to SP. So I have like all the A's up until the spell books. I don't have the swords. I don't have. Yeah, I got shields. I don't have the cool weapons in the end. But
So, yeah, still looking for volume 4.
I know where it is. I just don't ever have the cash for it.
So, I guess this is a kind of silly question. I'm guessing you're planning to keep these 3.
I'm planning to keep these, and the wonderful thing about all the editions of Dungeons and Dragons is the magical equipment has not changed. Like, the rules have not changed enough ever for the magical equipment, because it's still +1 to a +5 bonus.
So even though this is AD&D, you can use it for whatever version.
For whatever version. You can even use the stuff in this for other games that just use like,
Magical items.
Easy conversion. I can use these with the index card RPG game. Any sort of fantasy role-playing game that revolves around rolling a d20. These books are still useful. Like,
Yeah.
these will never, like these and the World Builders and the Dungeon Builders Guide, they're almost system agnostic. So.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
Oh yeah, wonderful resource.
Well, those are all my questions.
Can't believe I finally finished all the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons stuff. You know what that means?
What's it mean?
Crap ton of 3rd edition. Crap ton of 3rd edition.
Well, make sure you watch it, especially if you're really interested in 3rd edition.
Because, I have almost a complete. I had almost a complete library of 3rd edition.
And if you want to make sure that you're not going to miss any of those 3rd edition books, make sure you're liking and subscribing to to us, so you're notified when another retro review comes out.
And yeah, if you enjoyed it as well, you can share and help other people be able to enjoy our content. All right, we've done the shameless self-promotion.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Peace.